Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
There is Lee Oswald. He's been shot. He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
It's one small step for man.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Welcome to the Howdy Boomer Show on the YouTube channel. This is a daily broadcast by baby boomers for baby boomers. Join the Peanut Gallery, become an official member of HowdyBoomy.com, where there's great gifts and ideas for the baby boomer generation. And we're going to be talking daily about things that affect everyday life. Like, we're going to be driving gas cars rather than worried about charging someplace to take half of our life getting there. We're going to be cooking with gas rather than whatever the woke generation wants us to cook with. We're going to be worried about climate change, but unlike John Kerry, who looks like the love child between Secretariat and Jerry Seinfeld, we're going to be letting Mother Nature take care of that. We're going to go back to the days when the good guys were the cops, the bad guys were the criminals. We're going back to the days when if you were born with a penis, you were a male. If you were born with a vagina, you were a female. Every day we're going to be broadcasting ideas that's going to help make America great again. And we're going to be bringing everybody to the forefront to remember what made this country great. In the days of the old laughing, every day we're going to sock it to them.
Sock it to me?
Welcome to the Howdy Boomy Show. June 6, 1944. The largest amphibious assault in the history of the world took place on the beaches of Normandy, France. It was D-Day. That was the beginning of the end for Adolf Hitler and Germany's quest to dominate the world. World War II is going to become one of the worst bloodsheds in history. 60 million people died, and the United States led the way. And my father's generation, what they call the greatest generation, answered the call. So we have 79 years ago today, on June 6, 1944, the largest amphibious assault in history to free the world took place. And eventually they liberated France and marched their way into Berlin. And it's amazing how things have changed, where the patriotism doesn't seem to be as rampant as it was back then, where you just didn't question the government, you answered the call. That's what that generation did. That's why they call it the greatest generation. You went and answered the call. There was a great evil in the world, and we defeated it. And that's what the United States does. We are the greatest country in the world. Contrary to what you may be told by either this administration or the media, we are the greatest country in the world. I saw where the Marriott Corporation is opening up hotels all over the world, and there is a corporation in San Francisco that owns the land under one of the Hyatt hotels in downtown San Francisco, and they are deliberately going bankrupt to get out of San Francisco. That's how bad things have gotten there. Nordstrom pulled out. Stores are pulling out. Walgreens, the rampant crime, the filth, the anti-police sentiment there has made it uninhabitable, has made it unprofitable. Think about that. When you hate the police, hate authorities, feel that you are discriminated against, you are picked out because of your color, not because you committed a crime, because of your color, and now you've turned San Francisco into a cesspool. You have a governor in the state of California who is anti-police, and San Francisco is a glowing example of the destruction of California. Crime does not pay. J. Edgar Hoover said that 70 years ago. And it's coming true, where San Francisco is going to be a ghost town. If you're against the police, if you are against law and order, you are going to suffer the consequences. You're going to go back to the days of Wyatt Earp, where everybody's going to wind up carrying a gun. The bad guys have the guns now. It's the good guys that are getting legislated against. California itself has over 100 gun laws. Imagine that. I can't even think of 20 gun laws. Imagine having 100. How many more do they have to pass? It's not the laws, it's the enforcement. It's the ability to purchase a gun by the bad guys. It is about time that law-abiding citizens were heard, and I think that trend is coming because more and more municipalities who are against the police are finding out that's one of the biggest mistakes they've ever made. We have the squad of 5 in the United States Congress who is against police, and I wish they would pull them all out of their districts and see what their residents think then. June 6, 1944. I congratulate any surviving members of that great assault. I remember the actor Charles Durning. He was in The Sting. He was a crooked cop in The Sting. He was in Tootsie. And he landed on the beach. He had 100 pounds of equipment. And he was saying he got off that LST into the water. He sank right to the bottom. He thought he was going to drown. But he got up and he fought his way through. What a difference in Hollywood from the days of World War II till now. Amazing. Anything anti-establishment, anything woke, therefore, because they don't want responsibility. Nobody's ever guilty of the crime. It's always somebody else's fault. That's the philosophy they're having. That's why this country is in the shape it is right now. And now the Republicans are amassing quite an array of candidates. God knows who's going to win. Trump is up by a lot by now. But the press is going to try to destroy him. And they're destroying everybody that the Republicans will put up, because that's what they do, because they want a weak government, Joe Biden being told what to do, backed up by a big zero in Kamala Harris. It's just absolutely amazing to me what the media wants and what they have caused in this country. I hope we can convince them that law and order is the right thing. I hope nothing happens to, say, the editor or his family, but I'd like to see what his reaction would be if some criminals attacked his wife or kids. And the police didn't show up. I was wondering what he would say then. God bless you. God bless the veterans of World War II, if any of them are still alive. Go to howdyboomy.com. Behind me, you'll see wall hanging, 24 by 36, a couple hundred images of the World War II generation, congratulating them because they basically saved the world. On D-Day, June 6th, 1944, the beginning of the end of the Nazi regime. Congratulations. Let's celebrate. Let's toast them. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.